decided to apply for the festival, we were thinking like, okay, besides from doing typical natural dye subject matter, right? There's already so many papers that's been done. There's so many communities already doing natural dye. So what makes us different? That's when we thought, actually, one thing that no one really studied the subject so much into is how to transition from artisan to commerce. Everyone says that natural dye should be the next big thing, whether it's the new economy ke apa ke, but no one has cracked that. Like, why hasn't it become commercialized? So, and then we thought, okay, you know what, we've tried working with people, but somehow you put a lot of money in there, there will always be problems because manusia kan banyak duit lah. I thought, okay, let's go hardware. What is hardware? Hardware is the storage and the logistics. So these are the things where we can control, but it's also the most money that we require. But no one has really talked about it. That's when we just decided, okay, you know what, let's focus on how do we scale this, but then also figure out what are the issues that may come about in terms of storage and logistics. So that's why I thought, like, why don't we use this opportunity and see what are the potential? How do we grow this? Yeah, that's when we just decided to focus on the process instead.
I think the process is something that people don't quite look into. It's always the end product. You don't look at the process. One is the process of making the natural dye. The other one is how do we make use of the waste, the process of turning waste into something that we can keep. So that's very important, because I think there's not a lot of research going on in that area. So this is what we want to do and look into a bit more, into it. So, and then also, how do we extend the life of waste? Because I think waste is waste, but people always know waste to just go into compost straight away. Waste, compost, but there's another step that you can still extend the life of waste into natural dyes, which you can commercialize even. So I think that's a very big opportunity that's been missed out if you don't look into that area. This project that we're doing is called Scaling Up Scraps, because we feel that we can make use of waste, fruit preparation waste, and scale it up to produce natural dye to extend the life of natural dyes. And we are using 4 types of natural dyes: coffee grounds, yellow onion skin, red onion skin, and avocados.
This waste, we actually got it from a few cafes. Mainly we collaborate with Rom Artistry. It's a cafe and a bakery. So we went to meet the founder, and then we look at their menu. We see what kind of materials we can use from the waste. So our creative approach is very experimental. On the spot baru kita decide apa kita nak buat. We do the basic submerging or immersion dye, which is the plain ones, and then we also do tie dyes. We do shibori technique and also bundle dye. And then midway we just decided, okay, this one after we dye, we're not happy with it, put in vinegar, and then we then put over dye. And then we do half-half. And then basically it's just what we feel like on that day itself. They feel like doing something more complicated, and we just wrap up with tali dengan batu and everything, we just campak dalam dye.
And then sometimes also during the process we discovered that the pre-treatment before we even serapkan the dye tu, we have to prepare the fabric to receive the dye. So during the process, when we were drying the fabrics, we dried it against an iron rod. The pre-treatment dalam the modern, we call it pre-treatment tu, inside the fabric, bila kena dengan the iron rod, it reacted. So it had a natural dye line there, but which is we embraced that and said that's part of the design. So we didn't think too much about it, but it's a learning curve for us, like okay, next time have a plastic dryer rather than a metal rod because it will react with the pre-treatment. So all this fabric that you see, the dyeing process is the easy part, but how you prepare the fabric to receive the dye, that took us quite some time, about 2 weeks, to prepare the fabrics before it can receive the dyes. I started natural dyes about 5 years ago, experimenting with a lot of materials, botanical materials and kitchen scraps in my kitchen lab. It was exciting, so after that it was going to the rabbit hole. I discovered more and more stuff. I learned a lot more things from the internet and the community worldwide. So because of social media, it has helped me to connect with people who are already doing natural dyes, particularly in the UK, US, Australia, Indonesia, even India. And so they're very generous in sharing, so it has helped me in my research and development of natural dyes. SYIBORISYD is a local Malaysian company that is dabbling in natural dyes because we want to revive the art and science of natural dyes.
So ARUZNADI is my alter ego. I started, actually it's been a long time, but officially I started as ARUZNADI probably around 3 years ago. I did doodling, I started as a doodler, and then I revisited my art background doing abstract arts, and then I started going for exhibition. Things that I never thought I would actually go into. I've known SYIBORISYD all my life, and I've known that she's been doing natural dye. I've always loved natural dye, and I knew that since 2017 it was something that we have to get into because there's just too many ways.